In the village of Nyandalo, nestled between rolling green hills and the great river Wangam, there was a girl born under a rare eclipse. The elders, the ones who had seen many seasons, called it a bad omen, a shadow swallowing the sun at the very moment a child took her first breath. Her mother, Wanja, a woman known for her kindness and wisdom, held her newborn close, whispering the name Nshira, meaning hope in the old tongue. But outside their small hut, whispers filled the air. She will bring misfortune, they said. The sun hid its face from her birth. Nshira grew up under the weight of these murmurs. When crops failed, the village would cast suspicious glances her way. When the river ran too high, swallowing a fisherman's boat, the elders would shake their heads. Even when the rains were late, some would mutter, "The cursed child was seen staring at the sky last night." Yet, despite the shadows cast by others, Nshira loved the sun. While other children played in the cool shade of the baobab tree, she would run to the fields, lifting her face toward the sky, as if soaking in its warmth. She would wake early to watch the first golden light spill over the hills, and each evening, she would climb to the highest rock to see the sun disappear beyond the horizon, whispering, "Do not forget me." She believed the sun could hear her. Each year, Nyandalo held the Festival of Light, a time of joy and renewal. It was a 3-day celebration, marking the end of the harvest and the start of a new planting season. People wove lanterns from reeds, filled them with fireflies, and released them into the sky. The elders told stories of ancestors who had walked with the gods. And most importantly, a grand contest was held. Whoever could bring back something more beautiful than the sun's light would receive a blessing from the village chief. Every year, young men and women traveled to faraway places, returning with rare stones, shimmering river pearls, or golden feathers from the great eagle's nest. And every year, the chief would smile and say, "Beautiful, yes, but not greater than the sun." Nshira, now 16, had never competed. Who would listen to the girl whom the sun had turned away from? But this year was different. She had decided she would bring back a piece of the sun itself. The village laughed when she announced her plan. "The cursed child thinks she can touch the sun. She will disappear like the others who wandered too far." Her mother, Wanja, held her hands and whispered, "You do not need to prove anything, my child." But Nshira only smiled. "I must go." At dawn, she set off, carrying only a calabash of water, a small bag of millet cakes, and her mother's red shawl wrapped around her shoulders. She walked past the grazing fields, past the river, and beyond the last of the familiar trees, stepping into lands she had only heard about in stories. She climbed hills, crossed dry riverbeds, and walked beneath the scorching sun until her feet blistered. She met wandering traders who warned her, "Turn back, girl. There is nothing ahead but endless sky." But she kept walking. On the third day, as she neared the highest mountain she had ever seen, she met a blind old man sitting beneath a twisted acacia tree. His skin was dark like the earth, and his hair was white like the moon. "Where does your path lead, child?" he asked. "I seek the sun," she replied. The old man chuckled. "The sun is not something to be found. It is something to be understood." But when he saw the determination in her eyes, he sighed and pointed to the mountain. "At the peak of this mountain is the Cave of Whispers. The wind there carries secrets. If you are brave enough, climb to the top and listen." So she climbed, her hands gripping the rocks, her breath shot in the thin air. When she reached the summit, she found the Cave of Whispers, a hollow space where the wind howled like voices speaking all at once. She stepped inside, and suddenly, the air fell silent. Then she heard it, the voice, neither young nor old, neither loud nor soft. "The sun is not a thing you can hold, child. But if you wish to carry its light, you must give it something first." "What must I give?" she asked. The voice whispered, "Your fear." At that moment, Nshira understood. She had spent her whole life fearing the whispers, the stares, the weight of being born beneath an eclipse. If she wanted to carry the sun's light, she had to let go of the darkness others had placed on her. She stepped out of the cave, and as she did, the first rays of dawn touched her face. She spread her arms wide, and for the first time in her life, she did not feel cursed, she felt chosen. Wrapping her mother's red shawl around herself, she descended the mountain, carrying not a piece of the sun, but its warmth within her. When Nshira returned to Nyandalo, the Festival of Light was in full bloom. People gasped when they saw her. She seemed different, as if she carried the glow of the morning itself. The chief asked, What have you brought that is greater than the sun's light?" Nshira stood before the people and said, "I have brought the sun's gift, not a thing, but a truth. The sun does not hide from us, it waits for us to see it." Then, she opened her arms, and at that moment, the first fireflies of the evening rose from the grass, filling the sky with golden light. The people watched in awe, and for the first time, they did not see a cursed child. They saw a girl who had chosen the sun, and it had chosen her back. From that day on, the whispers of curses and shadows were no more. And when Nshira walked through the village, people no longer looked away. They lifted their faces, just as she always had, and greeted her with smiles as warm as the morning light. And so, the girl born under an eclipse became the one who carried the sun in her heart forever.